All right, so when you get to the end of your game build, you'll notice there's a whole section right here on you need to create a decorative background for the game. You need to add a score object to the game frame, place it where you feel it's left. So we've done all these before. You need to recolor it so that it's visible, because otherwise it just makes a black image. Then you need to modify the existing programming to change player one so that when you destroy a large meteor, it gives you 5 points. Destroy a medium meteor gives you 10 points. Destroy a small meteor gives you 15 points. Then you need to design and create a title page that describes how to play it. There needs to be a title frame of some sort. Make sure there's buttons that work. And then after that, you need to design and create a high score page that displays the highest scores of all the players. So it kind of makes sure that you can keep track of who gets the highest score. And use the winner frame for this. Make sure to add buttons as appropriate. Run the application and test the game. So there's a lot of things you need to do here. It is a review of everything we've worked on before. So I do expect you to go back and try those on your own. I'm going to show you what mine looks like and give you some hints. You'll notice that as you look at my screen, my title frame, I have a whole bunch of stuff in there. I know you don't have those yet. Yours is just totally blank. You've only worked on your game frame. So what I did is I created a high score. So remember, you go to Insert, New Object, High Score, and that creates a high score. And then I colored mine green, and I put it here in the corner. And then what I did is to make sure that I had these giving me points, I went into my event editor, and I chose right here under the collision between the photon and meteor large. I right-clicked and I said add 5 to score. For the medium, add 10 to score. For the small, add 15 to score. You were going to need to do that. In addition to that, I wanted it so that when all of them were destroyed, so when the last large has been destroyed, the last medium, and the last small has been destroyed, then it would automatically go to the next frame. So this is a little bit confusing. So the way that I did that is I went to New Condition. I right-clicked on Large, and I put Visibility, Pick or Count. It says, have all meteor large been destroyed? That's what I wanted. So I did that. To add the red ones in there, basically I want them all at once. I right-clicked on here, and I put Add a New Condition. And then I chose same thing for the medium, Pick or Count. Has this one have all of those been destroyed? So notice how it's adding them. You need to do the same thing for small. So I'm going to delete mine because you need to do that. So do that for all of them. Oops. Great. What just happened? Let me undo that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so once you add all 3 of those, the large, medium, and the small, then you go into the storyboard and just say go to the next frame. Basically, when all the asteroids are gone, it goes to the next frame. So when this and this and this. So that's how I set this up, game frame. Then I went to the title frame and I included a background. So you can get there in your library. So if you went to View, Toolbars, Library, you should see a library. And you'll notice inside Local Library, there's a section on backgrounds. I didn't like those very much. So I opened up Games. And inside Games, there's another section on backgrounds. And there's a lot of stuff in there. So you can look through some of these backdrops, high score tables, games, high scores. There's a few things in here you can kind of look through, but there's a lot just to kind of see what you can do. So look through the backgrounds and find one you like, and I'll let you do that. So space backdrops is where I found a majority of these, and all you do is just drag them up. So I added a backdrop, I added some buttons, and once again, that's through Insert, New Object, and then you need to find a button. So add 2 buttons and make sure that you program them so that when you press the when you just click on the play button, so remember New Condition, if the button's clicked, if the play button's clicked, then go to the next frame. If the quit button is clicked, then you can end the application. So that's how I set up my title frame. And once again, it's a review. You need to go back through and figure out how to do each of those things. And if you get stuck, you can ask me, but I'd like you to try it on your own. Winner frame, I did a little bit different. I did find a background. I inserted a high score object. So you go to Insert, New Object, find high score, put that there. I actually took my buttons, play and quit, and I copy and pasted them from here. So I went to title frame, and I clicked on this, and I copied it. Copy, and I went to the winner frame and I paste so that they worked. So in the end, this is what my game looks like. Let me run it so you can see what it looks like. So I have it. If I press play, if I press quit, it'll quit. But if I press play, it'll go through and I got my game. I can destroy. Notice how my score is adding up. I go through, add all mine, and then it goes to the next frame. I can enter that, and there we go. That's it. And then you press quit, and it will close. If I press play, it'll take me back to the game again. Okay, so I'd like you to finish that up, and after this, and after you finish all those pieces, then you can go on to the next lesson, which is going to add a lot more components to your game. All right.